All right, hey families. So I wanted to do a quick video on how we set up our family nature guides using the template that I've provided in Canva. So here's the thing, the family nature guides are really meant to be kind of like a photo album, kind of like some special keepsake that you use for to remember on years past and whatnot. It's definitely a nature guide, and its intent is to help you and your children learn about plants and animals around you. But it's more than that. It's really meant to be memories that you guys can share together and a resource for you to use to go back and review, facts about different types of animals and things that you learn together as a family and with your kids. So what I want to do first is, or what I guess you need to do first, is you need to go to canva.com. And so you can see in the URL, I think you can barely see it, that I typed in canva.com. So you want to go there first and you need to set up an account. So you can set up with Google, with Facebook, with a different email, whatever that looks like for you. But you need to set up your account first. Once you have your account set up, then you're going to go back to the link that I provided you. And the link that I provided you is a link to the template that I have set up in Canva. So set up account first, then go back and click on the link. And when you click on the link, you're going to have something that looks like, something that looks like this, and you're probably just going to have one file. So if you go over here to Canva on this left toolbar, you'll see all your designs. This is most likely what's going to show up when you click on the link, and you're probably going to have this file, and it may be the only one in there if this is the first time you set up Canva. But you can do two things. You can either click on the three bars and click on make a copy here, or you can click on the file itself and waiting. Computer's running a little slow. So once it pulls up, you'll click on file over here, and then you'll click down here, make a copy. And this is how you know. So if you look right here, this is the title of the document. Make a copy first, Family Nature Guide template. So you go over here to File, make a copy, and then I'll show you what shows up. So now you have the title right here, copy of, make a copy first. So what you want to do is you want to come in here and you want to edit this. So you highlight it, delete those things, and then you're going to add, I'm just going to say Lloyd because I have another file that says Strobus. So that's now the name of my file, and that's going to be saved into your Canva account. All right, so basically from here on out, you can edit whatever it is that you want. So right here, you can edit colors. You can edit the text. You can change the text to a different type. You can edit the size of the text. You can do all of that with all of these things. You can do it with the text, you can do it with the boxes, you can do it with these elements, okay? And if you have anything, oops, let's see if I can get off that. Darn it, it's all highlighted. Okay, I've fixed everything. So you have your back button over here. Right now it has a forward button because I don't have anything else to go back on, but you have these buttons which you can use to go back and forth. So let me show you what we can do now. My screen, there we go. Let me move that over just a little bit. So probably one of the most important things you're going to need to be able to edit in here is text and photos. So first of all, if you look over here at the different things, so we're on templates right now. These are different templates. But you'll want to click on uploads, and then you'll want to click on upload an image or a photo. So if you have all of your photos saved on your desktop or on a Dropbox or whatever, then you can go in there and you can add those pretty easily from your desktop. If you're like me and most of your photos are on your phone and you don't always upload them to the cloud somewhere, then you might have some issues with this. So here's what you can do is you can download the app in Canva, the Canva app on your phone, sorry, and then you can upload all of your pictures through your phone directly. And then you will shut down the app on your phone, and then you'll open it up on your computer, and then all those photos will be in this space here. And then you can just drag and drop them into the document. So the reason it's important not to do both is because it either messes up the copy that you have, or it makes multiple copies. So you'll be making edits and then you'll have multiple copies of a file, or you'll be making edits and they'll just disappear. So make sure that you don't have the same file open. I really wouldn't have Canva open on both devices at a time. If it's on your phone, close it down on your computer. If it's on your computer, close it down on your phone. All right, so with these pictures, you can edit whatever you want. So this is the front. This is basically the cover of the Family Nature Guide book. And so you can come in here and you want to drag and drop a picture. As you can see, if I drag and drop it to the background, it adds it to the background. So you drag and drop it into the box. So each of these photos has like a template box. And once you drag and drop your photo in there, you can change it however you want. You can move it left, right, up and down. You can, you know, make it bigger and recenter it and then click off, and that's what it's going to save. So you can do this with all of your photos, and you can even change, if you click on your photo, you can change the filter and you can change it to festive or whatever it is. So you can make all those changes in there, and I'm going to undo all of that. So I go back to my original file. All right, so let's go through here. So this is basically the file saying that you purchased this, this template and that, you know, copyright kind of stuff. All right, so, and not sharing essentially is what it is. So here's the first page of the Family Nature Guide, and it starts out with a quote from Richard Louv, and basically we kind of sandwich the Family Nature Guide with two quotes, one from Richard Louv, one from Rachel Carson, and they both go back to how incredibly important it is for parents to help children develop a relationship with nature, and that we are kind of the guides in their journey in becoming connected to nature and learning about nature. So really great quotes there. I have a couple of pages in here that you can delete if you do not like. Here's the delete button right there. But essentially, I wanted to make this a little bit more like a comprehensive book and a comprehensive guide rather than just a bunch of pictures about plants and animals and our kids. And so here we have tips for observation. Obviously, all these photos are my children. You'll want to change that out. Here we have our nature adventure checklist. But of course you can delete that if you feel like that doesn't fit. Here we just have more pictures of the family, our nature family. And then the next page is kind of the first section in this guide. And the first section is local animals. So you'll do local animals of whatever region you are in. And I add photos here that I use in these pages. You can do whatever you want. So here's an example of basically your nature guide for a single organism. So the way that you get this information is by using the iNaturalist lesson that I've provided for you. So the iNaturalist lesson helps you actually identify the organism, and then you take that identification and you research it and you study it, and then you fill out your nature journaling sheets. So on your nature journaling sheets, you have a space to draw, and then you have a space to write all these things. So when you draw it, you write about the description. Then you write about the habitat, the distribution, diet, predators, behavior, and you're writing all that in the nature journaling sheets. So the idea here is that this is not overwhelming because you've already done it in another space, okay? So use those nature journaling sheets, get outside, you do them, your kids do them, you work on them together but separate, right? So that way everyone has some different pieces. And then when you're done just studying this organism in detail, then you come back and you put it into this document. So keep that in mind that maybe you're not going directly to this document to record your observations. You should probably, or it's going to be a lot easier if you do them on your nature journaling sheets first. All right, so there's multiple templates here. This one is a 3-picture template. This one is a 2-picture template. Anywhere you see the white background photos of organisms, if you have that organism in your local ecosystem, you're welcome to keep those. 2 pictures, but on the left instead, and 1 picture on the bottom. So the idea here is that you have different templates based on, number 1, the amount of photos that you can get. We know with animals, sometimes we can only get 1 photo, and let's be honest, sometimes that photo is blurry because animals are hard sometimes to take pictures of. We also change up the templates just to give your book some diversity within it so that you're not flipping through the exact same template every time, because that would be really boring. All right, so next one is local plants. Here I have of the hill country. That's not actually true. I was just kind of changing the name to show you that you can do that. And all you have to do is double click in a box. Sometimes you have to click over to the side and then click on a box. Okay, And then now it lets me highlight it and I can change that text. Okay. So Silver Leaf Nightshade here, again, we have different templates, different elements. You can change these elements out if you don't like them. You can change their color if you don't like the color. Here we have 3 Desert Willow. We have 3 on the side. We have 2 up top. We have 2 on the side. And I don't have a plant with just 1 photo. If you want to do that, you can just copy this template and then change the, mini subheadings and put it down there. The reason I kind of kept multiple pictures is because plants don't move. They're really easy to take photos of. And so, yeah, that was the main reason. Really easy to take pictures of. And as you can see, I've added pictures of the kids with these organisms. Now, that's not always going to be possible. But if you can, I think that's incredibly important because it's one more way to make nature personal. Your kids are going to be reviewing this book. I mean, it's probably going to live on your coffee table or somewhere where you use it, and they're going to be reading through this, and they're constantly going to be seeing themselves with these organisms, and it creates those memories and those connections that they wouldn't have otherwise. So that's incredibly important. All right, so our next category is local geology, and this one, if this is not something your family is into, then all you have to do is go up here to the delete button and click delete. Okay. And you can get rid of those there. Again, you can see we make it personal because we take photos of the kids with the actual object in nature. And then finally, our last category is right here, and it's basically just keeping track of you guys exploring nature together. And you do this through, I have just a couple of different prompts to kind of help guide you. You don't necessarily have to use these. In fact, you can just create your own. Well, that was copy page. Sorry, that's not really what I meant to do. But you can go up here and hit the plus sign. And the plus sign creates a blank page. And then you can create your own. So you don't have to follow these, but I feel like they're diverse enough to kind of show the different ways that your family interacts with nature and makes it personal. So this is our happy place, and you can type in whatever that place is. Our favorite nature activities. So for us, it's camping, biking, and hiking. But what you can do is maybe yours is swimming. And as you can see, the word is a little bit too big for this box. And so all you have to do is go in here, make the box a little bigger, move it around, and then move your word around. There we go. And so that's how you can change it. Super easy. Let me undo all of that. All right. Let's see. Nature and escape from the ordinary, more pictures. Hands-on experience is the most powerful form of learning. So take maybe a class that you took at the local state park, or take example of you guys finding something really cool on the trail when you took pictures, and then you can kind of plug it into here. It could be lessons from Nature Matters Academy. Same thing with teachable moments. Find that teachable moment that really stuck with your kids. For us, dissecting a snake was pretty big. And then we wrote about our experience here. And we wrote about how we didn't kill the snake. The snake was, dead. We just kind of took an opportunity to dissect it. If you don't want to tell stories, delete both of those boxes, okay? All right, more. Studying nature is learning science. Again, just taking photos of your kids doing things sciencey outside. And of course, you can let's see, take pictures of them doing, activities in Nature Matters Academy. Sorry, I blanked out there for a second. Same thing with nature journaling. And then finally, here's the last page. And the last page ends with a quote from Rachel Carson. It's all, again, about if we want to connect our kids to nature, it really starts with us as parents. And there's something really important I should have mentioned at the first, and I'm sorry about that. But right up here, do you see how the title changed when you made a copy? It said copy of, make a copy first. That's how you know that you make a copy. You're going to want to change that title. And let's see, I have one already that says Strovis. I'm going to call this Strovis example since we're doing the video. And then that's how I'm going to change the title of it, so I know that it's my file and I know that I can come in there and edit it. And then of course, finally, the back end just has our logo. since this is a product from Nature Matters Academy. So if you guys have any questions, I'm